Yeah. Oh yes, Fabio.
Welcome to the Dead
Imagines himself as a
Unicorn.
lady.
Well, I
That's
bake my
almost-
cookies myself. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We have fun. This is the Dead Unicorn, and my name's Corey, and I'm here with Tarik, Sarah, and Matt. We are playing Vallanthia, and our game master is Howard. I'd like to thank the patron scrolling in the upper right hand corner. We have a poll that we do, and the person who wins the poll gets a special bonus, and the person who won the poll this time, it's a tie between Koya and Erda, and Koya's not here today, so it will go to Erda.
Yeah.
Hey, for the record, I'm actually the one that decides that, but that is the decision I would have made.
So continue.
That just
If you want to vote for your
fair, I
favorite
mean.
character, go to patreon.com/deadunicorn and sign up. It only costs $1.
It would be appropriate though for him to say that I could not have one and then give it to the guy who's not here. Because it's my fault.
Well, I'm going to be playing Koya. And when Koya goes absolutely just nuts, having that extra character point could come in handy.
That's true.
Right.
When the rest
When
of
I
the
start
PCs
leaping
are
off
trying
of
to-
buildings and trying to survive, that's what happens when you don't show up.
What was his excuse? He's
never
just
missed a game.
tired. He's like, I'm tired. I don't want to play. Okay, well, you don't be surprised what happens to your character.
Yeah.
Your
He lays
character
down in the snow
Yeah.
and then just lays there.
and just hypothermia sets in.
He hypothermiates.
He's going to make a snow angel, then flip over and make another one so there's a string of them, and dies of hypothermia. But the entire place is covered with snow angels. It's very impressive.
Yeah. It's somber because he's still dead in one of them, but you know, still kind of
It is a graveyard, so it all kind of works out.
yeah, it's fine.
Like
built the
the
coffin
end of The
around
Shining.
We'll make him into a snow coffin. It'll be in a little igloo for him.
So, after learning that someone had claimed an unusual number of bodies from the Vallanthia coroner to be buried in the Tisseldale Cemetery, the group decided to investigate the matter. They had just learned that some of the graves in the cemetery were empty when they were attacked by the undead. The group managed to fight their way through the cemetery to find a man in bone armor surrounded by undead doing something nefarious. White Ape ran down this likely necromancer, while the rest of the gang fought the undead once more. And as we left off, the one with the red dot on it is a zombie that is currently under the control of Erda for Erda's next action. And it looks like, based on where the rolls left off, that White Ape has not yet acted. I think that we left off on that particular cliffhanger at the top of the round because Koya had gone. And I think, yeah, it's White Ape and Ryland now. They're going to go. Which means I need to know who has the higher acumen. So what's your acumen?
3, I believe. Yeah, it's 3.
Well, that beats me by 1, so go ahead.
So
I mean, it beats me by an unknown amount.
I believe I had already incapacitated this guy. That my goat.
Yeah, you're on top of him, holding him down. Yes.
Yes.
So he's not
So
unconscious.
he's not unconscious?
I don't believe so.
Thought he was.
Thought you just caught him with your earth.
I think he's like extremely wounded. I thought he was in hold on. He was either
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I have damage marked on here. I sure do.
yeah, incapacitated or mortally wounded. He was one of those two.
So he is non-responsive.
All right.
You got him.
I have
Like, take his
medicine.
bone helmet off and have a look at his face and be like, "Ha! It's the guy who runs the carnival, Old Man Smithers. We should have known."
I pull
whole
off his
time.
helmet and it's me. And then suddenly I'm looking up at myself. And then
Then you're like, shit. I knew you'd catch me. The only one who would ever catch me is me.
I'm gonna make a medicine check on him to make sure, not to like wake him up, but at least make sure that he's not going to die from being.
Stabilize. Go right ahead.
Yes.
Do you have a kit?
That's a good question. I have a no. No, I don't. I have the medicine skill.
The medicine skill does help, but the kit changes the target number.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead and roll your medicine check.
7.
Okay. He doesn't look. It's sort of like either he's got wounds on him, he's bleeding, and you're like, "Can I tag it with snow?" No, that's not working.
Well,
Man,
I made a 5 at least, which is like the base TN for easy. So I'm not doing things that will hurt him.
Well, packing a wound with snow doesn't necessarily hurt it. But having any type of kit would be super helpful.
Okay, well that's my action since I only said I was doing one action. So,
all right, it's fine.
I love the idea of him packing snow, and he's like, "Why does it just keep getting more red?"
Oh, that's strawberry snow. That's not strawberry at all. All right. After that, it is Tom's turn.
This is how they made.
Now I don't remember if I remember preparing a pod for entanglement, unless that happened in the last.
Well, nobody is currently marked as entangled, so if you threw that, it didn't happen. But I would say that is what you usually do, is prepare a pod for something like that. So I'm willing to say, sure, that's probably what you were up to.
Okay, so my last roll was a 19. Looking up at our history.
Okay.
When though? When was that?
Last game? Like before.
Oh yeah, actually.
Yeah, that was in the in the combat round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was in a previous round or something that may have not
that's
been.
What I was wondering too. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. No.
So, I'm assuming that the body that, the one that Erda is controlling is this one, right? Right next to you, or the one with
with the red dot. But you don't necessarily know what Erda's doing.
Ah, okay.
Because you didn't, you don't understand what Erda's magic is, and you certainly don't understand the Elven he uses when he. Actually, I don't think he does an Elven. He does an Elysian. Yeah. So yeah, you have no idea what Erda is doing. So just do whatever you're going to do.
Okay, so I'm going to move up a little closer, like here.
Like, just in case, I think you should throw that pod right on Koya, so she doesn't get away.
All right.
Should have been here.
Okie dokie. And I think I'll go ahead and use the entanglement pod on this guy right here.
All right.
Nice. All right. And I'm trying to remember the proper rolls for that. So just roll my Mycéan pod, right?
Well, you're just gonna throw it at him, right?
I mean, I should be close enough to where I just basically like make physical contact with him.
Right. So it's not like a magical attack to touch him. It's magic to make the thing.
Yes.
Touching him is not magic. That's just touchy. So
agility.
Let me look at your character real quick, and I'll tell you what you can use. I'll help you out. I would allow. I'm gonna have to say straight. Well, agility is fighting, I think, and I don't see any special skills under it, so it'd be straight agility.
So it has to be agility. Great.
Yeah, straight agility.
Okay. This is gonna be fun.
You need to buy a combat skill.
Yay!
All right, and with that one, you rolled a nothing. Well, you rolled a 1.
Well, I mean, it's a pip for acumen, I think. Or no,
yeah,
agility. Pip for agility.
It is. Do you want to spin anything, or do you just want to assume you failed this round? It's
yeah, let's go with a fail.
All right. It is a crit fail, however. So.
Ooh.
So you did throw it at Koya.
Well.
Just short-armed it.
Basically, I'm gonna see just how bad it is.
Goes off in your hand.
All right. So hey, Erda.
Uh-oh.
Literally the worst they could
He goes
possibly
like this,
be.
and he hits the zombie, and the thing doesn't get like spins. So the part that normally comes out and starts to spread is on the wrong side, and it bounces off the zombie and hits you and starts to spread. And you have to break out of a 19 to get out of the net that is now forming over you out of some sort of horrible mushroomy stalk things that are growing around you.
Oh no.
Just see my deep red eyes turn to you with shock and betrayal. Like,
And you look at like I look at you like with absolute shock, trying to mouth. I'm so sorry.
I just imagine Tom looks at me and it's just like the cold, dead stare of a mushroom looking back. I'm like, you cold bastard.
And Tom is trying his best to emote, I am so sorry.
That's
but probably failing to do so.
Matt, that's wrong. Mushroom people don't feel guilt. I watched an entire YouTube video about it.
Yeah.
We infer guilt from them, but they're not actually guilty.
That's a stereotype and a very hurtful one.
All right, so after Tom is Ezra.
Yes. Okay. So if I'm I don't actually recall, but looking at the picture, it looks like we were battling some skeletons that were right next to our party. Is that correct?
Yeah, there are 2 zombies and a skeleton. They're on the other side of your friends, but you could easily make it around them.
Okay, then yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and try to stab one of them with my shadow dagger.
Okay. You can't share a spot with a friend, so you're gonna be down 1 die on your shadow dagger. You'll have to be here, or you could walk around and be here. One of those 2 places would be the best for you to attack.
Walk around Koya and try to stab the guy right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can still hit the skeleton if you want.
Okay.
You just can't stop on your friend. Unless you both have the size small advantage.
It's not like Koya. I'm just trying to stab the skeleton. Yeah. Just trying to stab the skeleton. All right.
You are 1 die down on whatever you normally stab with. You want me to look at your character and help you?
Give me a minute because I have something different on here than I had last time. I think I was just rolling extra normal previously for my dagger, but I have solidify shadow now. So could I use that, or I would still just use extra normal?
It depends. Are you using the dagger that you get from your special thing, or or you get from your magic? Because if it's from your special thing, you're actually supposed to be using like agility fighting or agility melee combat.
Ew. Yeah. Okay.
Or there's a throwing option in there, but you don't have any of those skills, it looks like. So if I were you, I'd probably use... If I were you, what I would probably do is use your extra normal. And you can you could try attacking them with night terrors, but they're undead. And I think you've already learned that before in a previous game. That night
right. No, I'm not going to do that.
So solidify shadow, you could create a weapon or create like a spike of shadow that just drive it through it, whatever you want to do with a shadow.
So if I'm doing that, then I can roll, I can use solidify shadow, or do I still have to attack with like a physical thing?
As long as you're using your magic, then you're using your magic to roll. But you have to describe how your magic is doing it instead of your hand.
Okay.
Like you could say, like you could just say you look at his shadow and you're going to solidify his shadow into another skeleton, and then you can use your magic to operate that as a second skeleton to attack the first if you wanted. I mean, you can do a lot of
Not
stuff.
a bad
with
idea.
Shadow.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So I can create another like a shadow skeleton to fight the first one and just
Sure.
roll solidify shadow for that.
Yeah. In fact, if you want to do that, you actually don't have to move and you don't lose the die for it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, let me do that then instead. And I will just roll solidify shadow to attack him with another
However,
shadow.
you will have to make so I know it's getting a little confusing. When you make the skeleton that you now control, you'll have to then roll again. So just put yourself one die down on both rolls, and you can attack the same round, or you can just have it ready to attack next round.
Oh, hang on. I accidentally hit the roll thing because I had my finger on it. So you're saying I should go one die down and then do it, or
if you want to attack this round, go one die down on your rolls, and you can create the skeleton and have it attack in the same round. And that would be your solidify shadow, and then your straight mana for the
okay.
attack.
So if I have a 4 die plus 0, I go down to 3 die.
Right. So you would roll 3. That is a 3 die. And then you can roll a 2 die attack on him. Well, 2 die plus 1 attack on him because that's your extra normal.
Oh, okay. So should I be rolling solidify shadow or should I be rolling extra normal?
Solidify shadow makes the skeleton. Solidify shadow.
So I roll that first.
Right.
Okay, so I roll that first, and then if I'm successful, then I roll extra normal to have it to have it attack.
Exactly.
Okay, now I got it. Sorry about all that confusion. All right. Well, it looks like I'm unsuccessful anyway, so.
Okay. Essentially what you all see is she chants, I assume in Elven, and you see the skeleton's shadow start to get up. It looks like it's starting to get up from the ground, but then it kind of settles back into the snow. That's it for Esri. Urda, you have a net on you and you have control of a zombie. What would you like to
do? I'm going to try my best to instruct the zombie to start attacking the skeleton right there.
You're like, hey, zombie, get this off me.
No. Then I'm going to basically just try to lay back and fall into the snow.
Okay, I'm not going to make you count that as an action or anything if you're just falling backwards into snow.
Yeah.
If I were you, I'd probably aim this way, maybe.
Directly onto the.
Well, I'm just saying not onto the hard path. Well, it's probably a dirt path under that snow anyway. Probably won't hurt too much. All right.
Either way, I just try to drop so that I'm not directly onto the zombie, but like. I'm not going to try to get super far away either. I'm just going to try to drop down.
That zombie was going to leap at the skeleton.
Tarik, what are you doing? Urda could be tripping balls right now.
And miss.
You're covered in magic mushrooms.
And he does not have a character point to spend.
Well, what do you think I'm going to do when I land? Start eating those mushrooms.
So it looks like the zombie is giving the skeleton an uncomfortable hug.
He's just like kissing him on the vertebrae. He's like knocking on the skull. No brains.
Licking the back of the skull. That's not right.
He starts playing his ribs like a xylophone. Bing, 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 bing.
Okay. Next after Urda is it says Skelly and then zombies. So Skelly is naturally going to attack either you or you. Honestly, Koya is technically closer.
That
makes more sense.
You know, that's really what this graveyard needs, is all of the undead people to start doing a musical number in a old black and white style.
Give me enough time and we'll get there.
Urda, you're odd.
Thank you.
So I am attacking Urda, not Koya. That's the fairest way to decide.
I originally thought you meant the 9 that you rolled. And I was like, well, I feel like you rolled that ahead of time, but
No, the 9 was the zombie attacking the scaling. All right. Hey, I hit you.
The
Yeah, for
moon
sure.
is high and the
like
wind is
hit me
cold, the
well. You
skeletons
get to
come
re-roll that
play.
6.
Take it. 15. Definitely hits. It really, I mean, you hit. It doesn't really matter.
Everybody
yeah, I
Did
hit
it
you.
impressively.
I mean, he managed to hit you even around all the. He like does not even touch the mushrooms. Like just sticks his bony fingers right between them into your torso,
He's
and it's still
stabbing
very
me with
uncomfortable.
his bony fingers. Ah!
It's like he's inserting a pick line into your chest.
Yeah.
With
Oh
his
no!
finger. All right. Oh, I had skilly damage.
Watch your flesh and watch your soul when the skeletons come to play.
I had my sword out, just so you know, Matt, because I was gonna defend myself, but I am unable to do so, which is why I dropped down, because I was like, at least he has to like come over to me to hit.
I mean, my next turn, I'm definitely gonna try to undo the netting.
Oh, it's 2D. Lame. Damage is 2D. Yep, that's pretty lame. Now we did decide that we're not blowing up damage, so that doesn't take away the 5. So he does do 6 to you. Minus any armor do you have? Do you have any armor on?
I have a 0D plus 2, so I take 4.
4. Yep.
Into wounded.
You got a wound, which means you're up a die for the rest of the combat.
Yay!
And you get that shot of adrenaline as there's a finger in you.
Oh! I was already pissed about the mushroom. And this is
That's
just
not the right hole.
It's a new hole.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yuck.
Yep. All right, now the zombies go. Hey, the zombie can shrug off that because that was only good for one action. Because based on what you had rolled, so he is not got a red dot anymore. He's going to stop
like-
tagging his friend. I see no reason why he would not attack Koya. She is the nearest, so there's no rolling. She's just going to get attacked.
All the dead
Zombies
live
like,
for more,
zombies.
Wait a
so
second.
you better
There's a
lock
reason
your
I don't
door.
try to eat your brains. You're just a skeleton. Get out of
Gonna
here.
try and bite her. He's got a 40 attack. They're specialized in bitiness. Oh, what? He might still miss.
There you go.
Let's see.
He
Take away the
does.
fight. Yeah, he missed. He missed.
Yeah.
Loser. All right. Wild die.
Just
Save
barely, too, by
Koya.
2. That wild just got you.
It did. All right. And then the other zombie. Let's see. It's between Erda and Tom. Tom's being attacked, or Erda's being attacked. I think I'm going to attack Tom.
Makes sense.
Hey, Tom, I'm going to bite you. Maybe. We'll see. Didn't work out last time. Hey, but there's not a 1 there, so it's an actual success. Boom. I'm eating mushroom meat. I'm confused. I didn't order mushrooms on this.
You're nasty.
I'm not vegan. I didn't order the vegan menu. What?
All right.
I'm a regular zombie.
All right. So let's see. The strength damage. It's still just 2D, I think. Zombies. Double checking the bite here real quick. Oh, you need to make well, I need to roll damage first, see if it pierces your armor, which is 2D. Do you have an armor that can block a 5? What's your armor?
I mean, I got a padded leather armor, which is a value of 1.
1 die or +1?
I see 1. Yeah, 1 die.
Then roll 1 die and get a 5 or 6, and nothing will matter.
All right.
Hard. It's a
As if
1d6.
nothing really matters. Ooh.
All right. You don't have to worry about being infected by a zombie bite.
Good for
Yes.
you.
Oh no, he's a fungo zombo.
Oh no, that spells terrible things.
Now, he bites real deep into your armor and just drooling, and it's just gross. And there's like a chew mark that you're gonna have to. That you're like, I can't just kind of smooth
Wipe
that
it
out.
away.
Have y'all heard
That's-
about the new mushroom leather? That's like It's a big thing. It's actually it's an
Mushroom-
actual
Oh yeah, they
They're
can make
making-
shoes and stuff out of
They're
it.
gonna
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
everything out of mushrooms, plastic, bricks. They make mushroom beer now. Everything a mushroom.
There's a
Yeah.
scientist who's like all about all the different things you can make from mushrooms. I was reading about him the other day, and he's just like everything from mushrooms. And the guy was just kind of like really excited about it, but it was kind of nuts.
Yeah.
He's the George
But
Washington
there's a mushroom
carver.
brick that you can build houses from and all kinds of stuff.
He's the George
Yeah.
Washington carver of mushrooms.
All right. So anyway, let's see. Did I do the other zombie? Did the top zombie? Yeah, I did. He missed. Okay, so I'm done. We're at the top of the round, which means Koya, then White Ape, then Rylan the Weasel, whoever that is. I mean,
Well, I know
the guy that
Rylan the
you've caught.
Weasel.
I mean,
that
random
goddamn
guy that
weasel.
you've caught and not unmasked. You didn't hear that. Shut up. Edit that out. All right. So, Koya. Oh, gosh. All this fighting. Woo. She seems overcome. No, she has like a cool ability. We'll try and do some of her crazy magic crap. Character sheets. Here we go. She will try and unname the necromancy power of the skeleton because she has especially in unnaming necromancy. Are we doing the skeleton? Who attacked her? This one attacked her, right? We'll do that one. Which we got 4 dice. And that is a successful hit. Now she has to roll her mana damage, which is, look at your character again. Two dice. All right. I feel like she'd already done that to that. I just don't remember which one she did it to. I think it was that one. See if I wrote it down somewhere. I know that that's what she was doing before. It looks like I didn't write it down, so shame on me. So I'm going to say it was the same one and change that one's status. Not that they have wound statuses that matter, because they don't get extra dice, nor do they ever have any negative effects. But okay. Still up. All right, so that is Koya's turn. That leaves us to White Ape and then me. Oh, and I'm just gonna bleed. So White Ape, what you up to?
All the dead hunger for more, so you better lock your door when the skeletons come to play. Take it, Tarik.
Okay, so are
Perfect.
you singing for your action?
I am picking this guy. I wanted you to do a verse, but
Oh, well, you should have been specified. You should have specified. I thought you wanted some backup music.
back.
You wanted me to start beatboxing.
I pick up the dude and put him on Roodle so I can take him back to the party.
Okay. That you can do that. There's no roll.
Okay, great. So he's on the goat.
All right. Moving on down to Tom.
All right, so I'm gonna spend a little bit of time untangling Erda from the tangled mess I accidentally put him in. So I assume that's gonna be controlled plant life.
Yeah, you can use your magic and undo it.
I'll spend a character point.
Do you only have 2 dice there?
Yep,
Oh, okay.
which I find kind of sucky, but let's see.
Yes.
Nick B.
I know that you had more dice than some stuff. I guess that's not one of the things you specialized in.
Yeah, like mine is growing my sand pods. Ooh,
Yeah, I see it now.
that's a lot better. So does 12 help?
Yeah. You take control of your pod. It's yours. So I'm lowering the difficulty to what I would have done otherwise, and just say that you can get it to start undoing itself. Um, so basically, when you want to get out of this net now, instead of having to beat a 19, you're gonna have to beat a. Would you get a 12? I changed difficulty. Yeah, you have to beat like a 2. It's mostly off of you, but you do have to take an action still to get out of it.
Okay.
But it's not going to be like difficult. If you
I
can't
don't-
beat a 2, then
I don't
that's
think
on
he can. I don't think he'll ever make a 19.
no, he just needs to beat a 2, not a 19.
Oh, well, that's good.
It's changed because
Is it a physique lifting roll?
to untangle it, physique lifting, I would definitely allow. Yeah.
Well, pray for me, guys. Pray for me.
All right. Well, after Tom
Oh,
is
great
Ezra.
dice god. Oh, Dicicus, bless this boy, for he knows
Yeah,
not how to roll his dice well.
No. Six-sidicus.
Six-sidicus.
Sarah.
Yes.
You're up.
Okay. I had a quick question. So since I failed that last roll, I get to put a point into my failure stuff, right?
Did you get a 1 on the wild die? I don't remember.
Oh, is it only if you get a 1?
Yeah, you have to really fail the roll.
Gotcha. Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Tom trying to smash that seed into the thing and totally popping onto the wrong guy. That
Yes.
got him slightly better at. I think we're gonna make that fighting, agility fighting.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna do the same.
Oh,
I'm gonna try to do the same thing this round that I did last round.
Okay. Hey, oh man, that one.
So close, right?
but hey, this time you got the point. You got slightly better at trying to get shadows to come up and solidify for you.
So that's going to be, because what I have so far on that list is, hang on one second, let me scroll back down. I have mana / night terrors and mana / shadow cloak. So this would be a new mana category, right?
Oh, you mean at the very bottom where all your fails have been listed?
Yes.
Yeah, that's solidify shadow is a skill you have not crit failed before, but you have
Okay.
now. Look at you go.
Yes. All right. So I will go ahead and add that to the list then. Thank you.
The big old list of things you failed at.
Yes.
Also, whenever you're spending XP, feel free to look at this list and get an ideas on what you're not doing well.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. So that was Esri, which takes us to Erda. Would you like to try and get the last of these mushroom stalks off of you?
Oh, did y'all hear me? I said, let me just show off my elven physique, and then I rolled a single die.
Oh no, I think you were muted or something. I just saw the 4 come up and was like, well, you beat a 2.
Yeah, exactly. my mighty strength goes.
It looks a little struggly, but he gets it off. And Tom, you're looking down because you were the one controlling them, and you see that when he's lifting off, you're like, seriously? Like this shouldn't have been hard.
Well, I keep that to myself.
Stupid eyes.
Like pulls out the
Stupid
elven
mushroom
great
face.
sword as a lever to wedge it off, and but he can barely lift the sword.
He has that
All right,
big
that
old
was
sword.
Erda.
Trembling.
So it is Skillian zombie time. Let's see. This guy was still attacking Tom. I don't see a reason to change targets. Tom, I'm gonna bite you, dang it. Bringing out the big old teeth. Hey, successful bite. Let's see if I can get through that darn leather. Hey, there's no way you can roll an 8 on your 1 die. So I'm gonna get you this time. But roll
Well, I can lessen the damage though.
you can still lessen the damage. Roll that die.
All right. Well, I mean, 3 damage.
That's good. It's just a wound. However, because it is a wound, we get to go to the cool skelly power or zombie power.
Uh-oh.
You must make a physique stamina roll with a base target number of 10,
Okay.
which is not a hard roll, really, I don't think, for you.
Yeah, it's not that hard a roll, but I will spend character points if...
Yeah, you're fine.
Dang.
Holy crap.
You do nothing to me. I am super immune to whatever you were trying to pass on.
It's just because it's a mushroom. Like the DNA doesn't match up, and so he's just like
He gets a mouthful and he's very confused.
he's like, it's delicious though.
Get away from
Life
me
force.
with your herpagonosyphily.
Barbarians.
The one thing that we never realized was that one day, we would make zombies turn away from eating human flesh and solely eating mushroom flesh. And this is how we solve the zombie crisis.
Oh,
Necromancers all over the world were rejoicing.
We have a scientist working on it, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite
Wow,
Koya
okay.
with the other zombie. Hey, well, no, that's fine. That is a successful bite. Let's check out Koya's. I actually have no idea what her armor is. Oh, 1D plus 1. That's good armor. Let me do my 2d6 and then see if it matters. It should matter. All right. Just assume there's a +1 here. So that's a 4. Koya takes 4. Let me make a note. She's wounded. And she needs to make her physique stamina roll, which I think she's good at that too. Biting the wrong people. Chewing on that elf. Yeah, this is going to be nothing.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're undead don't know that. They don't know who's hardy and who's not. They're just going to chew whoever they can get a hold of.
Yep, she's fine.
Yeah, just ignore the sickly man on the floor. Totally, totally not
now-
appetizing at all.
Now
Look,
the
basically a
skeleton
skeleton.
None of
The
us are
skeleton
gonna,
will attack the sickly man on the floor.
none of us are gonna be affected by zombies and become a zombie because we're all main characters and we're not being bitten in a cutscene.
Oh,
just
my
take-
squeedly spooge.
We'll just take some green herb and we'll be
Okay.
fine.
All right, and you get 2 damage. Hey, and you only subtract just a +1, right?
Two. Yeah, no, I have a +2,
Oh, +2. So
And-
you take 6.
so I take
Alright.
6, which puts me to 10 in in-cap.
Oof. It doesn't stack that way.
It doesn't.
No, okay, 6 is enough for another wound, putting you at your second wounded. I think. I don't think.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So maybe you've been killing yourself too fast these past several games.
I might have been.
I was like, man, this game is so deadly for Erda.
Okay, so I survive.
All right, yeah. However, when you get wounds when I do okay, you take 16 damage. If you don't have some armor on, that could auto kill you. That's a real problem. But
Yeah, I got to learn how to get better armor then.
yeah. All right,
You gotta get paid.
but you are at your second wounded, I believe.
Yep, I am.
And
at my
that was
second-
all my undeadies. So that goes up to Koya and White Ape. Koya has an extra die right now, and she's all excited about unwinding this stupid zombie that she's been trying to unname or unsomething it for a while now. Unzombie. She yells in whatever language it is that she speaks. I'm not looking over her whole character. It's too much work.
It's 7-Up, the zombie.
I need to raise this by a 1 and roll it, and then lower it back to normal. And let's see. She did it. Oh, that's a good old hit. Let me roll her. It's still 2 dice of damage though. But with stacked with all the other stuff, it doesn't suffer wound penalties though, so it's still technically standing. So basically, this zombie was already like looking like it was starting to fall apart. Now looks like it is like any stitching is like completely unraveled. One arm is hanging completely limp. Like there's almost nothing holding it up anymore, but it's there because it doesn't actually suffer wound penalties. It can't be incapacitated.
Its head's flopping.
It can't even be mortally wounded. It has to be dead.
Yep.
So that was Koya. Whitey, what you doing?
I am returning with my captured dude.
He returns triumphant atop his chocobo mount.
Do you want to double your movement?
Yeah, I'll double my movement.
And get over there.
Yeah. You do. I'll make my animal handling roll to double my movement, I guess.
Your goatman.
I think you put yourself pretty much anywhere on the map that you want.
Yeah.
Because you were actually off the map. We just put you there because we had to put you somewhere.
Yeah, I was like 15 feet off the map or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So anyway, you can rejoin the party if you wish.
Okay. I see them fighting these guys, so I'm gonna go here and line up for a charge and charge the zombie next turn because I didn't know exactly what they were doing. There were big statues in the way and stuff like that. So
okay, this zombie that you can see real well now, it looks like it's on its last leg. Like literally, it looks like it's just falling over. Although you don't see any wounds on it. It's just like that's the most poorly made zombie you've ever seen. Like they started to animate it and then they farted and walked off. You don't know.
It's just like kill me.
All right. And that is White Ape Tom. We're back to you.
All right. So, man, I'm wondering whether or not I should like try again with this guy or just. Well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and prep another my Saiyan pod for entanglement.
Okay.
Because right now, like I would like to get creative, but they're zombies. So, oops. So that takes the 6 out.
It does. So you got 10. That is, you have successfully made a pod.
Well, yeah, I made a pod.
If you'd like to strengthen that pod, that's on you.
I'll strengthen that pod in the next turn.
Well, if you're going to strengthen it, I mean, you can spend another round recasting if you want, or you can spend character points this round. It's all up to you.
I don't want to spend character points.
Keep that XP. That's a good plan. All right, cool. All right, so you're holding a pod. It's not as impressive as your last pod, but you've got one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're running out of bits of you to make pods. Who knows? It's
actually, now I think about it, it's gonna this is gonna go into my little notes. Let's see. I have, where is it?
Well, that's right. That was a 1 in the wild die.
Yep. So I have 5 fails in my Saiyan pods. Will that add the pip soon, or?
Let me look at your character sheet real quick. I don't know what your actual roll is.
Yeah, so I have 5 die.
For this is for Grow Plant Life. Oh, Grow Plant Life by Saiyan Pod specifically.
Yep.
All right. My Saiyan Pod is a specialization of Grow Plant Life. What you should have is 5 fails in Grow Plant Life. You're not, the specialization isn't a fail. You see what I'm saying? So as soon as you reach, I think it's twice the number. I'll double check, or is it? I'll have to look at the thing.
Okay, so I'm assuming that, since my grow plant life is 3,
Yeah,
I at least have one more pip on that, and
Probably.
I'm close to getting another pip.
Probably. But we'll look that up outside of the game.
Okay. We'll focus on that after game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know
All
the
right,
answer.
Neat. Now Tom's done, so Esri.
Yes, I'm going to continue to try to make something out of shadow. Hopefully, maybe I can succeed this time. Because, yeah, man, am I rolling bad today.
Just make a copy of Tom and have a giant mushroom start raging.
Let's see here.
Or you can make a copy of an elf that lays on the floor and doesn't do things.
Yes, finally.
You mean the most important role?
All right, you have made a copy of whatever
wait,
you'd
wait,
like to
wait.
make a copy of. You have pulled a shadow up to do a thing. Whoever shadow you want.
Quick question: am I still supposed to be a die down or no?
Only if you want to do 2 things in the same round. If you like what Tom is doing, he prepares the pod. In the next round, he attacks with it.
Yeah,
If you
that's
wanna
what I'm gonna do since I'm rolling
Or
poorly.
if you're wounded, you might be a
Oh,
die down.
and I forgot to add another die for my adrenaline rush. That's on me.
All right. So you have prepared whatever it is you're going to do. What did you make a copy of?
I just made another shadow out of. I'm sorry, another skeleton out of shadow to fight that one.
All right. So there is I don't have a shadow skeleton, I don't think, in my stuff, but I'll double check. Do I have anything?
You should have a shadow version of everything to accommodate me.
It wouldn't be hard to do, but I don't think I've done anything like that. So
You know what? I don't think it's a big deal.
I will pull up your skelly, and he's huge by accident. Hang on, let me fix that. That's better.
My shadow skelly.
Yeah, we will mark him as a shadow skelly. He's a ninja.
Yes. Excellent.
All right.
Dig it.
Are you okay with his placement? Just technically appears.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wherever you want. All right. That was your turn.
Yes.
After Esri is Urda. You are no longer encumbered by any mushroomness. Your snow angel looks amazing. What would you like to do next?
It has tentacles, my snow angel. I will stand up, pick my sword back up, and smash this guy in the face.
All right.
For biting my mushroom. In a way that sounds better. Oh, do I need to be down to die for getting up?
No, that's a D&D roll, not a.
Okay.
However, normally you can move a full step and attack, but because you were laying down, I would call that you're getting up. You're instead of that.
That's fair. Okay. So I definitely hit.
Yeah, you nailed it. Let's see if you had the strength to put anything into that.
Yeah, about that.
And what were you attacking with?
I have a long sword right now.
Oh, you're using the sword? Oh, okay. So then that's a strength-based attack plus the damage of the sword.
Yeah.
Which in your case is like 1d, I think, plus the damage of the sword.
Exactly. So it's 3d plus 2, I believe.
Nice.
So 11.
Okay. Well, that's a good solid hit. Let me double check, see if zombies can absorb anything here. Pain immunity. see anything as far as armor. Oh, there's a note. They don't have armor unless they're dressed up in armor, which this guy did not do. Boy, he should have. That would have been a much scarier challenge. So he will be hurt, but you can't tell how much because he doesn't show any pain.
He's still just kind of bitey.
He is kind of bitey.
I like slapped him with my longsword as
All right.
he's like nomming on the side.
Now
of
it is time
all
for
fun.
some skilly zombie action. He's going to attack her one last time before he falls completely apart. It's like he's going to land on her and like his tooth's going to sink in. The rest of his body is just going to fall away, most likely.
The rest just sloughs off.
Oh, but he does hit. And he only has, I think it's 2 dice for damage. And then she has 1d plus 1 to resist it, which she probably will. Does she resist? She's 3 or higher because she gets +1. There you go. Nothing. He goes, and he's just like laying against her with his tooth like lodged in her leather, not doing anything useful. All right. This skeleton will
He has
attack
officially become
you.
dead weight.
Let's see, skeletons. I think it's, yeah, he only has 3D. He needs a real weapon, so he stops taking fingers in people. No, he pushes his fingers into your armor, but he doesn't quite get in this time. He's just like doing that. Yeah, it's uncomfortable touching. You need an adult. All right. This fellow, you hit him, but you've been attacking Tom, and he's pretty mindless. So I'm going to say Erda is odd. And he switches and decides to bite Erda.
Yeah, all of them.
No.
It's fair. It's the necromancer curse.
That is a hit on Erda.
Yep.
And you said it's just -2, right?
Yep, just -2.
Well, I didn't roll 2 1s.
So
Were you already severely wounded?
I'm already severely wounded.
Okay, so you is 6 severely wounded? I think it is. I think you go, it just makes you go up 1 level past severely wounded, which I believe is incap.
Yep.
All right. Also, you need to roll to resist. It's a stamina thing. Stamina something. Oh, physique stamina. It's physique stamina. I was trying to remember the name of the skill, and I realized stamina was the skill.
Yay! I rolled a critical failure.
Yay!
The good stuff happens.
Literally the worst thing I could roll.
All right, cool.
A literal
Also,
natural one.
He's like, so that's what I should not do again.
Also, for going into incap, there's another roll.
Oh yeah, I have to do another one, right? I have to do a medal.
For going into incapacitated, you can make a stamina or a charisma medal.
Yeah.
And you just have to make an 11 plus.
Medal. Oh god damn it.
Well, wait.
Oh wait, no.
That's fine. Yeah, you're good.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. So
I beat an 11.
you have 3 bonus dice right now from your
Wound levels.
Yeah, your wound levels for the rest of the combat. But you should be aware that you are really messed up. And the next hit's going to be nap time because you're going to be mortally wounded. All right, and okay, so here's the bad stuff with the zombie bite because that's the fun one that I've been looking forward to reading. Finally, somebody got hurt. All right, after a successful bite attack, victim makes a stamina roll, blah 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 blah. Oh, you don't see anything. Nothing happens. Dang it. That's sad.
What? You're disappointed that you haven't killed anybody yet?
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
It's all right, man. If you
Hey,
need a pill,
we're not complaining about that.
you should take a pill for that, man. It's normal. Get a doctor prescription.
Is Koya has this thing on her. She's probably going to try and get rid of that thing. I feel like at this point she should be able to just shrug and kill it. We're going to use her magic that she was trying so hard to use before and get this thing to finally work. So it's this. And that hits. Well, shoot. Hey, you know what? She just got slightly better unnaming magic. Unname mana.
Naming. Tarik. Void is cheeseburger.
Wait, it is cheeseburger.
Void is cheeseburger.
All right. So for her action, she just got slightly better at unnaming mana by. I think she was just so grossed out by this thing hanging on her by a tooth that she doesn't do the magic right. She's like, it's not falling.
How is that tooth so strong?
It was the one you brushed. All right. That brings us to White Ape.
Ooh. The night is dark and the moon is high, and the invisible ghosts do spy when the skeletons come to play. Take it, Tarik.
Please just do your action.
The
Stop this every
skeletons come
time.
to play.
How do we make Corey stop singing?
Well, there are skeletons that have to dance to do the spooky dance.
I have no idea what you're
Scary
talking about.
skeleton.
Just do your action, man. Come on.
So this guy's still up, right?
He's hanging on by a tooth.
All right, well, let's get rid of him. Kaboom. I shall charge him, and the ram shall ram him.
Okay. Well, if you're using the ram, you make animal handling.
Yep.
And then roll for the ram, whose stats I should pull up because I just realized they're not up.
There you go.
Fantasy creatures.
When the skeletons come to play. Do, 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 do. Ooh, the skeletons come to play.
Something you came up with off the top of your head, Corey?
Yeah, sure.
No, okay. So, Corey, your attack, I had it before. It was like I changed something to a trample on a regular horse, I think it was. Oh yeah, it was trample, and we changed it to your headbutt charge. That's what it was. You want to do that, right?
Yep.
All right, and there's the condition must charge. You did charge, so your attack is 4D.
All right.
That is your physique. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, its fighting is 42. Also,
So that
or
should
4D also.
That
So there
should
it is,
turn
daily
it
fighting.
into really disgusting hamburger.
That's definitely a hit. Your damage for that is your strength damage of 2D plus 2D. So you have 4 dice of damage to hit it with. Or the goat does. And that exceeds even if it were in perfect health. Because it has no armor of any form. And since it was not, yeah, it's going to explode. And there's bits of zombie dropped everywhere. And there's a lot of zombie, like, just kind of wrapped into the horns. just all over the horns.
Take note, everybody. This is how you respect the dead. That was
But the
somebody's
tooth
uncle.
remains lodged in Koya's jerkin.
That was somebody's uncle, somebody's father, somebody's brother, somebody's son.
I like how you just assume gender.
Because you kept referring to it as a he.
I can assume gender. I'm the game master. I know all. You have to look in their pants. All right. So yeah, he's gone.
Then 2 more come with a bottle of rum when the skeleton. Yeah, I love it. Skeletons
It is now after Urda. I mean, not after Urda. Sorry, after White Ape, it is Tom. Then Ezra, you're after Tom. Tom, what you doing? You gonna hit it with your thing, or you gonna improve your thing?
I'm definitely gonna try to improve my pod. That's for sure.
Okay.
All right, pod improval come to life. All right.
All right. You have a much stronger pod. Essentially, this is I'm giving you changing your target number because you already had produced one successfully, and you are enhancing it to be better at what it already was. So instead of being a 21 to break out of this net, it's going to be a 26. But it did take you 2 rounds to create the net, so so it kind of balances out. All right, but you have a really good, strong feeling about this much bigger, shinier looking pod that you now have in your, we'll call them hands. All right, Ezri.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and use my Shadow Skelly to attack the other Skelly.
He's going to attack this guy? All right, cool. All right, just for fun, he can take his 1 step and attack with no minuses. Unless you don't want him to. It's up to you.
Yes, he can do that.
All right. Since you made him an existing thing, I've never.
Should I not be rolling for him?
I was just gonna say, should I be rolling or are you rolling? You should probably roll it. Essentially, you just roll you can roll your mana to attack. And
yeah, that's what I just did.
Oh, you did? Let me see.
Yeah, because that's what you told me to do last time.
Yeah, there it is. All right, cool. Well, 14's a solid hit.
Because I'm controlling him, right? I mean,
Right.
once I create something, I'm still controlling it.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. So your mana damage, I think, was 2 dice, but let me double check your character.
Okay.
Oh, no, it rounds up. You're at 3 dice. No, 2 dice, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm rolling 2d6?
Yes, roll 2d6.
Okay. 7 points.
All right, and it doesn't explode, nor does the one negatively affect you. And he has no armor on. Was he hit before? I think he was. Didn't you hit him with your sword earlier, Erda?
Ooh, which one?
The skeleton, or no? You hit the zombie, right?
Yes, I hit the zombie.
Okay. So I think that's actually the first attack on the skeleton. So skeleton is hurt.
Skeleton has hit me twice.
Yeah, that didn't hurt him any though.
Exactly.
That's just what he does for fun. Hurt you.
Oh yeah, he's like on a roll.
All right. So yeah, your skeleton kind of digs into him, and you hear some bones cracking, and you think they're the bones of the skeleton because you don't think you would hear bones cracking from the shadow bones. So
right.
he's doing something, but it's still standing. And then after Ezri is Urda.
I teleport over to here.
I wonder what you were doing with that. All right. I did see the arrow flipping around.
Yeah,
All
I was
right.
trying to find out where would be the best place to go, and I think that's a good spot.
And you poof away.
Oh,
Probably a good idea.
my pride. But that's a
All
full
right.
round action, so that's me.
It is now Skellies and Zombies time. Real Skelly, not Shadow Skelly. You went poof. That makes Koya. Technically, I think that Corey's character is here where he blew up the dude.
Yeah.
So that makes Koya or White Ape, my scaly target.
Or the goat.
Corey, you're odd.
Okay. That makes sense.
All right, so Koya it is.
When the skeletons come to play.
That's a hit. And he gets 2d6 to attack. Or to damage. And she gets 1d6 plus 1 to resist. So 5 or higher, and she gets nothing. Nope, she gets something. And then... that's a wound. I think Koya's already wounded, so she is now severe wounded.
And then, like, a really cute girl pops out of the grave, and she starts taking off her clothes, and then she takes off her skin and becomes a skeleton and dances.
That's some weird fantasies there, Corey.
No, this is
Corey,
just like,
your head is in a weird
this is just
headspace
old
right now.
cartoons. This is just old black and white cartoons where like the undead
Okay.
dance.
Somebody's got some weird fantasies.
You ever watch a
This
Tex
zombie-
Avery?
I mean, those old black and white cartoons are also really creepy too.
They are.
Yeah.
They can be super creepy. I've watched some old like black and white cartoons that were just like, what is happening in this shit? There's some old ones that are cult made that you can look up on YouTube, where cults made cartoons that like gave off their weird spiritual messagings, and it is fucking insane, dude. There's some really insane.
There's a compilation on YouTube where you can watch a Tex Avery compilation of the same joke. A animal that gets up, becomes a sexy woman, does a little strip dance, and then becomes an animal again and scampers off. Like
Tom.
one, it's a lizard that sheds its skin.
Hey, Corey, I need to talk for a sec.
Sure.
Tom, you have been attacked by a zombie. The zombie bites into you. It does 8 damage minus your armor.
Okay, so let me roll for that. Okay, so it's got to be 6 this time. What category of wounded will that take me to?
What are you already? Are you wounded?
I am at 3.
You're
So it's going to bump me up to
He's done.
9. Huh?
all right. If you took 3, then you were stunned for a round, and then you were fine. If you take 4 to 8, you're wounded.
Okay. So I was... All
You were
right. So I
stunned for
was,
a round.
okay, I was stunned. And now, right now, I've been bumped to 6.
Okay. Well, then you are now wounded. You are no longer stunned. You are wounded, which means you have an extra die now.
All right. So, all right. Well, good thing I didn't use that then.
Okay. So you are now wounded. And in addition, you got to make a physique stamina roll.
Okay. $16?
16. You're already bitten just once, right?
Yes.
Successfully. Okay. Then, yeah, 16 is still a success.
Excellent.
Now, mushroom.
And then let's see, did the Skelly attack? I don't think he did. So Skelly will
You
attack.
can't get me with your Harpagonus.
Oh wait, no, I think I rolled off between Koya and White Ape, and then I attacked already with the Skelly. I feel like that already happened. So I'm not going to do it again. So after them, it's Koya, who is now. Oh yeah, I did, because she's severely wounded. She's going to. Doesn't she have a weapon? Can't she just hit this thing? She's supposed to be a gladiator or something.
Yeah, didn't she have a sword?
But her magic is unnamed man.
Because I remember you saying that she and I were sparring, and she had like her sword, and I had my shadow weapon or whatever.
She had like a trident, I think. She has a trident and
Yeah, that
buckler or
sounds
something.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has melee combat with a specialization in trident.
There you go.
She's a gladiator.
There it is. Preferred
Right,
weapon.
right, yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's for strength. Okay, cool. We're gonna do that instead. Let's roll that.
Good plan.
I was just going off what you've been doing before, is why I was doing that. But you know what? We're gonna hit with that trident, and now we're gonna. There is no button to just roll from here. Oh, that's lame. All right, 2d2 plus. Oh wait, plus strength plus that. What's her strength? Zeke. Okay. +2. So 18. Yeah, she stops casting, pulls out her trident, slams it into that skeleton, and gives it a good old twist. And the skeleton, just who was already wounded, shakes apart and is a pile of bones. There's nothing left of that skeleton except apparently its shadow, which has been solidified and no longer cares that the original doesn't look like that anymore.
Right.
All right. That was all she can do because I put all of her dice into her single attack. But it worked out pretty well for her. Oh, you know, she actually had more dice because she was really wounded. I forgot. It doesn't matter. She won. White 8.
Yeah.
Everybody's dead except for a skeleton's shadow, but Ezra uses shadow magic, so I'm sure.
Right here.
Oh, what? Oh, there it is. Okay, excellent. I guess I have to back up a little to get
Just use your rocket arm.
Yeah, I am gonna hit him with my rock arm first, and then I'm gonna move my goat. So first thing first, I hit him with my rock arm.
You can't reach him with your rock arm. He is more than a full box away from you.
He's just gonna go gadget punch.
No, I'm gonna shoot rocks from my arm at him.
Oh, okay. You said hit him with my arm. I was picturing shooting. Okay.
Rocket punch.
Are you going to go down a die so you can do this other stuff you're talking about with the goat?
No.
Okay.
I'm already down a die from being wounded, so I'm just,
Well, you're up a die from being wounded.
No, that happened in the earlier combat.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. I remember. I'm not cheating you.
I appreciate the honesty.
10 to hit him.
10 hits. That's
Okay,
exactly
it's
what
1
you
die for damage.
need. Okay. He's already damaged, so technically the stun takes him up to the next damage level. Let me see where he was. That is the wrong character, wrong sheet. Here he is. Oh, the skelly's gone. Boop. And he is at the next damage level. Okay, cool. I just write down because really, y'all don't really know what it is.
I can move though 5 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll move me and the goat over here.
Okay. And actually, I think it was 5 boxes. It's 10 boxes for the goat.
Oh, he can move 10.
Let me double check. Movement. Here it is. It says 20 meters, which is 10 boxes.
All right. I'll move him there.
Oh, technically though, you would have had to have gone down whatever. I don't care. We'll just let it happen. All right. So that was White Ape. We're going to move on down the list. That is Tom next. Hey, Tom.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to unmute. So I am going to, well, shove the entangling pod towards the zombie that bit me twice.
He eats it.
And it's got to be agility again.
Okay.
Or should I have the pod just explode from my hand and launch itself towards it, and that'll count as my extra normal?
I mean, if you
I'm
want to launch
only
it
like
with
a
your mana,
few feet away from it.
I mean, yeah, you can say you grow it from the pod in your hand and reach out with your mana. If you do it that way, sure, I'd be fine with that.
All right.
But it means you're holding the other end, which doesn't.
Well,
really
but
matter.
it will latch itself on afterwards.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter. Sure, why not?
All right. So that'll just
This
be
game is all on how you describe what you're doing.
All right. So basically, I activate the pod really close to at least the center mass of the zombie, hoping that the trying to make the tendrils entangle the limbs along with the center core of the zombie. And then once most of the mass of whatever Tom is holding is gone, it'll just continue forming the entanglement tendrils until, the spell's complete.
All right, go for it.
All right. That would be my sand pod specialty, or would that be extra normal, grow plant life, or control plant life?
I think you're using my sand pod. I think you can justify the specialty.
All right. Yes.
That's a nice, good roll there. All right. You definitely hit him with the thing. And what was it, 26? Is that what we determined that?
Yeah, 26 to get out of the entanglement.
All right. Oop. He is entangled. Okie doke. And that is your action, Tom. After Tom is Esri, I believe.
All right. So
he has a big old he has mushroom stalks all wrapped around him. All came out of a thing that was pointed at him from Tom.
Who's to say it's not mycelium either?
If you want, you can your zombie skeleton, whatever thing, your skeleton shadow can take one step and attack.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
And that's your rolling.
Yes.
Unless you have control shadow, it's your straight.
I do not know.
Yeah, it's going to be your straight roll then. Your straight mana roll.
Is 16 not high enough?
Oh yeah, no, that would hit. Well, okay. Yeah, that hits. I didn't see it; it just came up slow for me. So yeah, you're good. That hits, and go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Eight.
All right. In addition to all the damage he's already taken, that is, he was already basically at mortally wounded. So that zombie is pulled apart by a skeleton, by a black shadowy skeleton, and then falls apart. And as he does, the tendrils of mushroom all just kind of close in around him, like it's a self-cleaning mess.
Hefty. Wimpy.
And that is all of my bad guys on the scene. So you are out of combat rounds.
Yay.
Able to do whatever you'd like to do. Y'all can roleplay.
Because I don't know that anyone else is really injured, I'm going to start tending my own severe injuries.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea. I think you're the worst.
You have Physicker's kit.
I have a healer's kit, and I have a
same thing. All right.
And I have stabilize and medicine. I don't know which one would be better used because I'm technically
you're not mortally wounded, so stabilizing isn't important. If you were mortally wounded, you wouldn't be doing it yourself.
Am I going to be at -3 dice now since the combat's over?
Yes, you are now down dice.
Oh, I have one question. With my shadow skelly, can I keep him around or for the moment?
Yeah, the combat's over, so he's gonna within a few seconds he's gonna be just kind of dissipating. But if you'd like to recast, keep him around. You can.
No, that's fine. If he's dissipating, then I'll just let him dissipate for now.
Okay. He just fades into the snow and is gone.
I don't remember how long that spell lasts.
Kind of lean up against this tree and fail to start fixing the stuff.
I say,
my cat is stealing my candy.
Hey guys, I found a friend. As I pat the lump on the back of Roodle.
Good for you. Much. It is in your character to make a friend even in the cemetery. Good white ape.
You look hurt. Does any? Maybe we should get out of here.
Oh.
We got this guy. We can go tend our wounds back at the inn.
Fight.
It seems like a nice sterile environment to do. No.
I'm gonna have Tom come up to Erda and see if he could carry him at least. I'm gonna.
I can walk
Doesn't
barely.
our friend uh what's his name?
But Erda does have a bandage loosely wrapped around himself. That doesn't look like it's doing anything.
Doesn't
Wasn't the whole point though that
magically heal us?
Wasn't-
It was shorter than I expected.
Doesn't Erdrick have healing powers?
is he still with us?
Well, he was back
No,
at the inn.
He's back at the end.
Yeah, we can go
Oh,
there.
okay, that's what I thought.
He's with you in that he's not dead that you know of.
No, I meant did he come with
Still
us?
in
I
the
couldn't
realm of
remember.
magic.
Okay, wasn't the whole point that we were going to like investigate the necromancer's temple or whatever?
No, there were just, bodies that were being missing from this place. And now we got the person who did it. He's right here on Rudel. So we can question him and we have.
There is a corpse.
Oh,
There.
okay.
Boner.
Okay, so we did capture him then.
Well, I hope he's alive. You can
Sort of.
check him out. I think he's alive. I hope he's alive. Give
Okay.
him a
Alright.
once over. Palpate his.
I'll take a
his-
look at him, but
I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healer. I don't know if he's alive or not.
all right. Well, here's my attempt at stabilizing. Not
All right.
bad.
You
Better at
you use
helping
your-
other people than yourself.
You use your medicine skill. You go over him and you realize that there was a strong chance that he might have slipped from severely wounded to mortally wounded to death, being shaken up on the back of that thing just by like any injury. But he has managed to keep himself together because I rolled ridiculous for his physique stamina roll.
Oh wow, yeah. 22 is pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Solid. All right,
So
so
he is okay. There was a chance he could have died.
but he's surviving all right for now. He'll make it.
Yeah.
Will he make it back to the inn?
You think so?
I have a
Alright.
litter. I start unfolding my litter. Here, you guys
Is that-
hold
is
one
that-
side.
Is that where your cat goes? What is a litter?
No, a litter is like it's like a bed that you can put a person in, and then you can drag them on the,
Oh, you mean a gurney?
No, like yes, but no, like one side drags on the ground, and you can just pull it.
Oh, perfect. So none of us have to actually carry it.
You're talking about a litter?
That's what I said, a litter.
Okay.
And he was like, a thing a cat poops in, and I'm like,
No.
kind of. You can poop in it if you want.
Well, he
Weird.
probably
Option is
will.
there.
I just want to make sure that we all are on the same page. He will likely poop in there.
Yes, that sounds correct.
Well.
Just imagine the necromancer just like like pawing at the litter, like going in circles and just like squatting and then just kind of, like, kicking underneath.
Anyways,
not that kind of
I
litter,
have
you
a
weirdos.
thing made specifically to carry somebody when they are injured, and you can use it to so we can get him back to the inn without further injury.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
somebody's going to need to carry it. I recommend Tom.
I'm up for it.
I mean, he is the most mushroomy of us, so it makes sense.
That makes sense. I was thinking
I
mushroom
also
requirement.
show Erda like the bites I received from the zombies.
Yeah, they look severe. But then again, I don't know much about mushroom anatomy.
Well, we know that based on his physique, he has a lot of abs, but also based on his physique, they're in random places.
Yeah. I don't know that I can actually make a significant roll for you right now, to be honest. Because if I roll on you, it's not a stabilized check. I'm down to like one die. which is the same problem I had with myself.
Like,
If I'm
just,
stabilizing, I have even more dice.
Like, I'm only at wounded, not seriously wounded.
All right.
Well, then you don't even need me to look at you.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
Okay.
Let's
You're
go get
fine.
Airdrek. Airdrek can help. He's got the healing juice.
I'm incapacitated. There's a reason why. Actually, I'm mortally wounded.
Oh, are you?
All
Yeah.
right. So I'll go ahead and lift up the litter. And I mean, I've got a lifting.
I guess
Yes,
I'll
yeah.
take a look at Erda to make sure he doesn't die on our way back.
Alright.
I only got 2 dice in medicine because I'm wounded too, but it's better than nothing.
Better than one die.
All right. And since I'm at since
Yeah,
I'm
that's
at
way
wounded,
better.
I'm down 1
Hey.
die.
I don't know. What
You look him over. I assume you show him where your wounds are to help out.
Mhm. I
All
show
right,
him where the zombie bit me. I go,
Alright.
look, here's where the zombie bit me, and
When he
here.
points, and shows you where the zombie bit, you see that there are black veins coming from that wound that are starting to make their way heartward.
Oh, that's no good. But yeah.
That means nothing.
Hey,
It just
we
looks
need to
really
go.
goth.
I'm gonna take Erda. We need to go quickly. I think so. Meet us up.
Sure, I don't want to be a bother.
No, you're. Well, you are. Let's go.
I am bleeding quite a bit.
Yes, I know. Let's get going.
Okay, if you insist. I slowly slide myself up onto Rudel, not even getting on top fully, just halfway over. Onward.
We'll meet you there, guys. Bye.
So I'm probably down one die for lifting to get the litter up, right?
If you're wounded, you are down a die. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Just making sure.
I mean, it's a litter. It's made to be picked and pulled like this.
Okay. So I assume a 10 is a success.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Tend to do a base, a very base task is 5. It's kind of hard. It's 10. When we start getting to, oh my God, you're not trained. There's no way you can do this. That's 15 and 20 and so on. So yeah, you're good with 10. All right, y'all can make it back to the murdered squirrel. I assume that's where everyone's going.
Yeah.
Cool. I even have a map for that. I'll make that the thing. Welcome home.
Such as it is.
There we go. And looks like y'all are already in the room. Look at that.
Look at
We're all
that.
still living there except for White Ape, right?
Yeah, I got my own place.
Nope. You
Wait,
have to
I
sit on the
also-
additional bench.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll lay there on the bed.
I'll put Koya on the bench too. And she'll be looking over you, and she'll unname your wound to see if she can make it heal, but that doesn't work.
It's like Zombicus Removicus. I tried.
But in Sylph, so it sounds very pretty.
Yeah.
It sounds like a great laundry detergent. Zombicus Removicus. Want to remove some blood stains on your clothes? You got the right.
Sylph
You
is
got the
just
right-
French. That's all it is.
All right. So y'all are all there. Erdrick is there. What are y'all talking about? What you doing?
Hey,
How we making the assumptions?
Airdrek, you can't understand me, but check out your friend Erda here. He's messed up. We gotta help him.
He'll log over as you point at Erda, and Erda's laying there looking messed up.
Yeah, it should be pretty obvious.
Yeah, he's not retarded. He just doesn't speak
Don't-
your language.
Don't worry, I'll just take a nap real quick. You just start nibbling on Koya's arm.
He'll make his intellect medicine. And y'all point out the wounds and all that, right?
Hmm.
He
Okay.
he ninja vanished. Puff of smoke
Well,
gone.
White Ape and Erda point out the wounds, right? Because you were the ones that looked at
Yes.
them. Okay. So that just determines my difficulty. And 17 probably would have made it either way. He looks over Erda. He says to Erda, this is a magical wound, as he points to the bite mark, and it is spreading. He doesn't know what it is, but he can tell you it's not a natural wound. He gives you a full assessment of your wounds, which you already know what your wound level is, but now you know in character.
Yes, well, it doesn't feel good, of course. I don't necessarily know about these veins, but I'm sure it'll clear up eventually.
Well, I can pull your wounds into me to heal you, but I don't know what happens if I pull that into me. And he points at the one with the black veins. That one makes him nervous.
Yes, perhaps it is best that you don't yet until we have a better gauge of the situation. I'm gonna take a look at now that we're in a safer place. I'm gonna take a look at the wound and try to think with my knowledge of necromancy, what to expect from the zombie bite and what could be done about it.
Okay. It is some esoteric knowledge, but intellect, scholar, necromancy is the right route. So that will help you a lot. Go for it.
Okay. I'm still going to be at penalties, right?
Yeah, because you're not feeling well. And I'm well aware that when you're not feeling well, it can affect your thinking. Because
Very true.
I was not well recently, and it affected my thinking in real life.
Okay, well, here's my roll. I wish that was a little bit different. I'm going to spend a character point.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey, there we go. Roll it again.
Well, still.
I was like, just a 2 or higher, and you'll get to 20. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. I'll spend my last character point.
All right.
And we'll see about trying to get one more. Oh, look, I got one. Oh, actually.
Hey.
Hey, wait, actually.
All right, so we're at 25. Now we're at 31. 3, 2, 3, 3. All right. You're like.
That was an accident. That last one was an accident. I was trying to click off and it didn't.
Oh, okay. So your head's like reeling at first, and you're like, well, when the undead bites you, and you know that depending how the zombie is made, that at first you're like, zombie bites don't do anything except they tear at your flesh. They could get infected because, it's still gross dead person plus mouth and all the issues that are there. But then just as you're about to decide that this has nothing to do with the zombie itself, you remember there is a special ritual that exists to create an infectious zombie. It's basically to make an army that replenishes itself by having the dead rise up or the victims rise up as zombies. And if that is what bit you, that would explain the magical bite, the spreading. And if that hits a certain point, you yourself are going to lose control of your mind and become a zombie.
Right. This is Walking Dead zombie rules. So,
but only if it's a special ritual used to make that type of zombie, which would explain everything.
Eventually,
I have to chop off my torso.
Eventually, Erda's gonna look at me and say, "You know, White Ape, if you were my friend, you'd let me eat your brain."
So anyway, back in character.
I look over. Actually, I do look over at White Ape because of how we're sitting. I just look over at him with a look of like, oh, this isn't good on my face.
Oh, hey.
Do I know any way to reverse this method? This magic?
I can encase you in stone.
Because she has outright explained what she can do, you know that Koya can attack necromantic energy itself and unname it.
So I gotta figure out what kind of necromantic energy is causing this ritual to happen.
Well, you know that when she does it, anything that falls under the category of necromantic mana, she can unname and thus unweave the mana.
Oh, well then I will explain.
Because she's
it to
explained
her.
more than once that she can do that.
I will explain it to her in crushingly obvious detail.
All right, so you're gonna explain it to her.
Exactly.
Nerd.
Got it. All right. After a moment, when she gets it, she starts looking really annoyed. And goes, "I'll help you if you shut up."
Deal. Please.
And she already had a thing about how you over-explain stuff, so
Exactly.
she will come over and look at your wound, and she needs to unname it. And I don't remember offhand which roll it was of the millions of rolls that I did against you. Do you know how much that is done? So what I'm going to do is determine how far it's gotten. I know what its ultimate goal is, so we're going to say it's 2d6 of the way there. It's 46 means you're dead. Well, you're zombified. All right, so she needs to just undo 4. It's not too bad. You're lucky because she might be able to do that. She will try to unname the mana, as is her thing. Unname necromantic energy. Boop. That is a poop roll. All right, so she is not successfully cast because that takes away the 6, and it's 1 and 4 and 1 and 1, and it's not a 10.
We're not in battle or combat. She can try again.
Yeah, I mean, there's no penalty for
again.
continuing.
Oh, you know what? I think that she is severely wounded. She's actually down 2 dice. So I will have to remember that as I make her roll again. And that's why she failed that time.
I'm surprised that she didn't ask Erdrek to get some healing.
Well, he has to take on the damage that he heals. Yeah.
So let's see. Just gonna put her down 2 dice. Now try it again. It's still 2d plus 1. She could break a 10. And she did. Well, she hit 10. That's all she needed. And now she can roll her 2 dice.
By the way, the
She's a
zombie
4.
did 8 damage to me, if that helps.
Oh, did it do 8?
It did 8.
And on that particular bite?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I just went up and looked it up.
I probably should have made it 8 instead of 4 then, but she got 8, so she pulls all the damage out. And basically you see the black lines recede to the wound, and then it all just kind of comes out like pus and just starts oozing out of the wound. But it's black stuff coming out of the wound instead of going in, so that seems
the
better.
pressure release is so good. It feels so good. As I say,
The wound itself is not healing, but the magical spread is gone because she only affected the mana.
Yeah, I still say, oh, the pressure release feels so good as I black out from the actual exhaustion of all of it.
Then I will put her back on the bench, but facing away from you because you're annoying to her.
Yeah, exactly. Surprised she doesn't actually go sit over here now that Erdrek isn't on there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like, okay, now get away from me, you fucking creep.
And she orders drinks for herself because she likes to drink. It's both a Fiona thing and a fighter thing. I feel like she's a drinker.
Yeah, probably.
So hey, this is the necromancer. Does he have a book on him? I look for his book.
You search his body. Yeah, actually, he has sheafs of notes that are very well written. They're like what do you call it? Calligraphy. I mean, just like beautiful handwriting.
Right. I show him to Erdrek.
Erdrek stares at it and he just kind of shrugs and looks back at you. Let's see. Yeah, because everything's in common, so he doesn't know what the hell it is.
Oh, wait, these are in common notes? These aren't magic notes?
Well, you don't know what they are because you can't read.
Oh, okay. Well, he shrugs.
Neither can Airdrak. He shrugged.
I can't. I'm guessing because they are in common, right?
You see them passing notes around. If you glance at them, yeah, they look like it's in common, but you
Okay.
still have a look.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's like
I'll-
really precise, like embellished calligraphy. So everything that's an S actually looks like an F. You know, that kind of stuff.
So I'll say to you, that's in Vallanthia. Do you want me to read it to you?
Please, thank you.
All right, I will try to read it.
Oh wait, before you read it out loud, make sure it doesn't say the word
Orflam.
yeah, Sorflam.
Okay, I'll scan it real quick.
All right. Do you know what they're talking about out of character?
No.
Oh no.
When you scan it, you do not see anything that says Sorflam.
Think real hard, Sarah.
What's it a reference to? It sounds vaguely familiar.
It's in reference
you
to
can
a
make an
thing.
acumen. If you have any streetwise, you can add that in. That's how you pick up on innuendo that they are laying down.
Because we cannot
it's
tell
okay.
you. It's an impossibility to actually tell you.
Not really. You could totally
All right.
just say it. I implore you, sir, just tell her.
All right, I will go ahead and read it to them.
Okay. Did you roll an 8? Is that what that is? Or no, that's my roll. I didn't see.
I haven't
the
rolled.
streetwise. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't roll. I'm just saying I'll read it to them.
Okay. You start reading it. Yes, it is a collection of notes on different spells. It seems very focused. One is very focused on making skeletons. Another is focused on making zombies. This one, I will point out as you're reading it specifically to Erda, who's already aware of this ritual, or at least of the existence of it. Yes, these are the type of zombies that replicate by biting people and infecting them.
Oh, this is not good news.
And as she is reading it, I will let y'all pick a champion to stop her in time. Who would
Okay.
like to say he's the one who's listening the most closely to go, wait?
I
Before
am
I'm gonna
listening.
say White Ape, and
Pretty
he's
closely.
sitting right in front of her. So
Yeah.
he would be the one to like kick her in the shin or something.
All right. So I need you to make we'll call it acumen, and unless you have a particular skill that you think applies in addition to straight acumen,
Tremor sense.
no.
Tracking.
I have a thing that makes me faster on initiative, which might help me. Fast reactions. Plus one die to acumen when determining initiative. Fast reactions.
Yeah, I'm not going to allow that to affect conversations. So really, Streetwise would be a great one. I can't think of any others, but it doesn't sound like you can either.
All
so
right, acumen it is.
make your straight acumen to catch her before she says, praise Malfrost at the end of one of the prayers.
I'm still wounded.
Yep. So you're down to die.
8.
So close.
I could.
All right. Are you gonna spin anything?
I don't want to. I hate doing it
Then don't.
because I'll.
It's the
I'll-
story's more fun when y'all fail occasionally.
Yeah,
you don't have to
sure.
make every roll.
Yeah, sure. Let's fail. Let's do it.
All right. As you're reading, part of this sounds. You pick up on this especially because of your own background. A lot of this is ritualistic and how to build the undead, like the creatures you were just fighting. But there's also dogma in there, and as you're reading part of the line of dogma, it ends in praise Malfrost. And just as you say the words praise Malfrost, Wave is like, no, oh, it's too late. And
just go.
Point at the word Sorflam. I turned the
And,
paper upside down. Sorflam.
Oh. Okay.
And at that point, that the name is said, just like a chill wind kind of flows through the murdered squirrel. All of you get like just that cold feel up your spine. You don't know necessarily that it's not a cold night since it's snowing outside, but it was odd. Like you're not sure.
Just it was the coincidence of it lining up right after she said it.
Right. Like maybe he's in the room watching.
I look up from like laying down on the bench over at Esri and I go, "It's your fault this time. Can't blame me for it."
I suppose that's true. That's fair. I was the one who read something this time.
See, it's easy to do it. Didn't do it on purpose.
Well, I guess we should
Sometimes
move
it's
to
real easy,
accept.
just read a name.
So, what's his name? Ka Ellis said if we invoke him, he can see us. So we might want to move to a different location now.
It's true.
All right, so I get up and start walking into another room.
Okay. There are the rooms beneath the place that they let y'all use.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna go ahead and retire for the night?
Guess
Yeah.
so. Guess we have to.
Okay. The night passes. What do you do with the necromancer, by the way?
Oh, we're gonna have to like tie
We
him
have
up
to
or
have
something.
shifts to watch him, guard him.
Yeah.
I'm not having a repeat of what happened last time. Only people
With
from
the
our
same
party
guy.
are guarding him.
With the same guy.
Right.
Isn't this the guy who got away and murdered everybody that I had to bring back to life?
No one's actually checked yet.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Well, I did do medicine on him. Did I recognize him when I was doing medicine? If that wouldn't have recognized him, if he had like some kind of cover on, or
he's wearing bone armor. He has like a bone helm, which is kind of like this, so it covers a portion of his forehead, not his whole face. But underneath that, he has like a black thick makeup on to make it harder to spot him at night and identify him.
like a cowl or whatever.
No, it's like makeup. Like you can wipe it away.
Oh, well, yeah, but I wouldn't have done that while I was doing medicine on
Yeah,
him.
that's what I was thinking. So I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. Nobody said they actually looked to see. Nobody unmasked him. So
Yeah, that's a good point. I will ask actually, but
there's a random
speaking
evil-looking dude.
Speaking
I still
of, at
didn't
this point,
make an actual mini for him. Sorry about that. There
at
you
this
go.
point, Erda would ask at some point. Did you even check who he was? White Ape.
No. I thought we were gonna do everything together. It's like Christmas. We can unwrap our present.
Wait, I don't know what Christmas is, and
It's like Elven Life Day.
oh, Elven Life Day. That day was amazing. We got to drink elf water on that day.
Yeah.
And lambus bread. So we did have to drink the lambus bread.
And it's like hatching our orbs. You don't know what's inside your orb, right?
But I always knew what's inside my orb.
So
You
I
didn't know
wanted
what
to
was
do it
inside your orb?
together. I wanted to do it together as elves. and
Oh, well
unhatch
then,
our
Tom, please
unhatch
leave
our
the room.
orb.
It actually states in the book that each elven race has totally different holidays. So since you all are different types of elves, this wouldn't work.
It'd be pretty hilarious though if we were talking about completely different holidays and still just acting like
We're just, like we all have our version of Life Day.
yeah.
I mean, technically, I stole Life Day from Wookiees, so.
Genius.
That's what they celebrate in the Star Wars Christmas special is Life Day.
So then, are you going to unmask him, or are we going to wait and hold the suspense until morning?
Well, I guess I can unmask him. Hold on, let me get his
Look
mask
forward to
buckle.
the great unmasking, and it's all, well, who the heck is this? Why did we assume we knew him?
It's like when Lex Luthor switched with the Flash's body and he took his mask off and he's like, I'll know who the Flash is. Ha ha. And he pulls his mask off and he's like, I don't know who this guy is.
Hey, who the fuck is this guy?
Some nobody.
Some dude.
How would that work if he took Superman's body? Would he have to put glasses on to figure it out?
Wait a
Finally know who
second.
Superman is. Ha ha.
What if he only had sunglasses and he put sunglasses on and he was like, no, I still can't place it. I feel like it's close. But I
Corey
can't place
Haim, maybe? I don't know.
it.
Corey Feldman.
I can't remember which one of those Corys.
Oh, it's one of them. Corey Hart. Corey Hart. He wore sunglasses at night. Anyways, I unbuckle his mask.
Okay, you take the helmet off. You wipe away the black
The lipstick.
stuff on his eyes.
Wait, I've seen.
And you've definitely seen this face before. This is the guy who was the forger, Ryland, who he was a small-time crook. You when you did your background check on him, you did find that out before. He was a
Island the
forger
Weasel, yeah.
before he became a necromancer and started using his powers to haunt all the girls that would turn him down, that were performing at the murdered
Exactly, including the
squirrel.
myrtled.
guys.
You're doing it just
said-
like I was.
Yeah,
the
myrtled squirrel.
I'm blaming you guys because you've said it so many times.
That's my go-to. But yeah, the lizard woman, I remembered immediately. The lizard woman, he was the one harassing the lizard woman. We tried to chase him off. We got to him, but then he got away from us.
Right. The lizard woman wasn't his first victim. It was just the one that you saved.
Exactly. It was the one that
Hey.
we noticed.
I know this guy. We could turn him in to get free rooms at this inn that we already have.
We could
You
turn
got the
him
free
in-
rooms for protecting the lizard woman.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, didn't he escape before? We got him now.
Yeah, he murdered the guard that we told to watch him.
Wait,
and then took
he
off.
murdered the
No,
guard?
he didn't. That guard was fine when everybody came in the room.
He
Don't you
murdered the
remember?
guard? What
Oh,
are you
yeah,
talking
that's
about? The guard was murdered? What are you...
No.
Erda, what are you
I'm
talking
just
about?
Sleep-deprived. I'm just sleep deprived. It's okay.
I was bit by zombies today.
Yeah. It's all the zombie memories.
I thought he just escaped the guard. No, I want to understand this. What do you mean he murdered the guard?
He murdered the guard.
The guard
What
was
are you
fine
talking
when we
about?
walked in. How did the guard come back to... Did we put a zombie guard back to the Azure Order? Because if so, that's hilarious.
But he tried to murder the man.
Okay.
He failed, but he tried.
There was an awful lot of blood there.
An extraordinary, you might say, amount of blood.
Right?
A miraculous amount of blood.
You did something, didn't you, Erda?
I don't know what you're speaking of.
Blood. Yeah, and you do the things with blood. I've seen you.
Mm-hmm.
There was blood everywhere because it was a murder attempt scene.
Look, that woman over there creates murderous shadow zombies or skeletons. She's like she has insane magic just like you. And that person over there can unname you and like extinguish you from existence.
Indeed. These are very powerful people. If only I had some kind of ability like that.
Tom
Yes,
can
if
make a
only.
mushroom.
And Tom can make mushrooms.
Tom-
You need something akin to sneezing powder or itching powder? I'm your guy.
And Tom can top salads. Blah.
I create like a pepper grinder that grinds like bits of
Tom
shrooms.
is delicious in stew.
Tom makes a tasty risotto.
Y'all are messed up.
Is Tom's cousin a truffle?
Do you have problems with pigs tracking you down?
Dogs too.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, it's okay. It's
I don't
fine.
know what you're talking about, but I'm sure that everything is okay. We're okay here.
Oh, all right. Excellent. So this guy, we got to make sure is 100% guarded by all of us, because he will murder us if he gets out. So first off, let's get a gag.
Shifts.
Let's gag him.
Yeah.
Or magic doesn't work if you're covered in like steel. So let's put him in a giant suit of armor.
Sticky. If it's too sticky, you can't cast magic.
So we can trap. You know those suits of armor that just kind of sit there and they don't actually move. They're just like display suits of armor.
We fill it with molasses and then we put him inside of it.
Exactly.
Because then he's
stuck. He's
and he
stuck
can't
in it.
get out of it.
And he can't move either. Those statues don't. They're not made to move. So he can't cast spells, and it's really hard to get out of. This is good. We need one of these.
Where are you getting this thing?
Huh?
Where you're getting this thing, has that been planned, or is this just
No.
We just asked the local museum to donate a piece of armor. And then we asked the local marmalade factory to donate the marmalade.
I don't think they have marmalade factory.
We
might have, people.
We find a druid to suck the sap from a tree.
Yes. Find a Canadian to bring as much of the maple leaves to us. We'll mush them up and make maple syrup just like the Canadians do.
Y'all are nuts.
Nuts. We can top them with nuts.
I don't know how we're gonna restrain him. I do not have anything.
Hold on, let me see what I have.
For restraining another individual. I've never really considered that.
I have hemp rope.
Another pod.
I pull out rope.
Yeah. Surely we have rope.
I have rope.
All right.
You carry rope.
Good at knots.
I carry rope. It's like I'm a spelunker. I go down to the caves. You need rope.
Oh yes, that's true.
To make it easier to carry, he's cut that rope into 6-inch lengths.
Is it one of those magic ropes that's like 3 pieces that you can?
No, I have.
They're White Ape's individual stringettes.
I have a cloak. I have a cloth sack.
Trademark.
I have rations. I have a canteen. I have long gloves. I have hemp rope. I have a litter, and I have goat food. That's what's in my equipment.
That's nice. No blood pearls, huh?
No med kit either.
I feel like you're lacking in a lot of stuff. You don't even have a necromancer's tome. What are you doing?
I know.
Hey, now you've got a necromancer's tome and a necromancer's pile of notes.
There's that.
And you could, if you search it, find a necromancer's calligraphy set, which is like a regular calligraphy set, but it was owned by a necromancer.
I thought you were gonna say
at the top of the.
I thought you were gonna say it's like a calligraphy kit, except owned by O.J. Simpson. I don't know why. I don't know why that came to my mind.
I can just see though.
I was just gonna say it's decorated with ravens, crows, and owls.
I can just see in like some video game somewhere someone is putting in an item called a necromancer's calligraphy set, and the description is this is like a regular calligraphy set except owned by a necromancer. You know?
That's a Dark Souls quote right
Yeah,
there.
right.
You guys.
Yeah.
So, what you doing?
I'm going to tie him
Excellent
up with the
defense.
rope.
I haven't changed the map, but you are now in the rooms beneath this place.
Yes. I'm going to tie him up with the rope. That's what
In
I'm
the
gonna
very corner room, I don't know if you remember, but there is a small mushroom forest that one of you made. I'll let you guess who.
Yeah, it was me. I'm sorry.
But it is luminescent. The place has its own light.
I couldn't find the bathroom. I pooped over there, and the mushroom started growing out of it.
It started to happen to me ever since I was put in that jail.
Yeah, I tie him up with the rope. Do I have to make a roll for that? I have survival.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Make it hard for him to get out.
Well, it's hard-ish. I'm wounded.
On the upside, when he wakes up, he's probably not going to be at full health. You know, so he's going to be down some dice too.
Excellent. Okay. We can take turns watching him while we rest and recover. Hey Tom, how are you feeling?
Well, I would like a little bit of treatment for the wounds I received earlier at the graveyard. I say in Terran.
Okay.
Throw a mushroom and stuff it in.
I'm about as hurt as you are. I was gonna ask though if you could. Well, it's too late. Nothing's open. We have to find a med kit. We have to buy a med kit in the morning.
I go, there's one right here in my satchel.
Oh, great.
When
I used
Airdrex
it.
sees you pulling out the medkit, he will say in Reptile, I'm fine. I can just use that and look after y'all while you sleep.
Hey, what did he say?
He said, oh God. Oh.
That's exactly what he said.
Oh.
You didn't seem that
Having
dramatic.
fun there, Tarik, aren't you?
He said,
Because brains, I mean,
He said, "Oh, my spleen."
he said, I'm losing a lot of blood, guys. He said he can watch over us in the night.
Oh, that sounds
You
great
mind?
and not creepy at all.
And he's also a trained healer.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Airdrek. Thank you. All right. Well, we'll set up some watches.
You should really
Right.
look for that genie again. I'm sure he'll teach you how to speak it too.
That's a good plan.
Yeah, I don't want to find that genie again. Thanks.
Oh, he loved you.
murderized us.
It was White Ape specifically that he
Yeah.
loved the most.
He made a lot of deals. Okay, I'm definitely gonna try to get some rest.
Okay.
This is not gonna be right.
I'm just gonna do one die roll for everybody. Oh man, you know that stupid one. Hey, you know what though? Airdrek is a guy that has character points. He is not the worst.
And it's another.
Boom! He didn't fail. All right. All right. So, under his care, over the course of the night, everybody can go down one wound level. So, if you're at severely wounded, you're at wounded. If you're at incapacitated, you're now at severely wounded. If you're only at wounded, you'll wake up stunned for one round, technically, and then you'll be fine. You wake up, shake it off, you're good.
All right, excellent. I'm
You
feeling-
wake up with a cramp.
feeling great.
It's like, oh, okay, I feel better.
Fairly horse. Ah.
You need
That's the
potassium.
worst
If you
when
wake
get a
up,
Charlie horse.
if you wake up with leg cramps, take more potassium. Eat a banana before you go to bed. That'll help.
But you have to eat it sensually.
I mean, if you want.
Good night, everybody.
That's the thing that embarrasses Matt. After all the things he said.
Down in the city.
All right, y'all wake up the next morning. Your wounds are healed, as I have said.
We're not dead.
You're not dead. And most importantly, Erda, you're not a zombie.
That is true. I'm proud of that fact. Though I am a little bit disappointed that I couldn't wake up and then just eat everybody as a party. Like total party killed just because Erda became a zombie in the middle of.
All right. And as a note here, Koya is wounded. She needs to know that when she comes back.
Good point.
Okay. Also, when you wake up the next morning, his wounds weren't really tended to, but he has a chance of just waking up because he's alive.
And then screaming at us because we didn't put him in a suit of armor with molasses. in it.
He does wake up. But he's not any healthier.
I think we're okay with that.
Actually, there is a chance he could be healthier, but he has a harder target number. And it's the same roll, too.
We don't want him healthy.
Look at him. All right. He wakes
He
up,
rolled the exact same thing.
That's, I have it set to that. Let me fix that.
We don't
Yeah,
want
it's
him
something nice, right?
healthy. He can fight us if he's healthy.
That's
We want him
awesome.
sickly.
All right. What was is it 8? Oh, but I'm down. It could happen. Okay. Oh, but I gotta be sneaky about it. Be stealth. And I'm down 2 dice. It could happen. Fantastic. Hey, you know what? I just got a little bit better at stealthing. I just really remembered you don't do it in front of people. You can tell he's pretending like he's asleep, and you see him undo the loose shoot shank and toss the rope aside and starting to move, but not in any way stealthy at all. But he thought he was. He's got his eyes closed, and because he knows that you have to think that he's asleep.
Like, if I can't see them, they can't see me.
Well, he was hoping that as he heard y'all talking, then you were looking at each other. So he laid there and is like, probably won't notice me.
Probably won't notice if I roll under the bed.
So yeah, y'all see him untie himself
I say,
with his eyes closed.
oh,
attempting
look
to
who's
look like
awake.
he is asleep.
Oh, no. As soon as he starts trying to, I'm going to pounce on him.
Yeah, sure, roll initiative.
All right.
Everybody that would like to do a thing rolls initiative. If you don't want to do anything, you don't have to roll.
Get a pod
All right.
ready so you can capture him in a.
We're all going to
thing.
beat the crap out of him. That's what we're going to do.
No,
That's gonna be
he'll
accurate,
die.
right?
He's mortally
Yeah,
wounded.
and he is down 2 dice.
Who does number 2 work for?
Oh, hey, look at that.
Well, that sucks. So I got a 5 on my roll.
Well, holy shit.
Everybody goes on
Holy-
11.
All right.
Except for him.
He goes first.
Yeah.
It's because he heard somebody say that, oh, look, he's awake. And he snaps to, and he goes absolutely first. That is the most ridiculous I think I've ever rolled. Let's see, that was 11
22.
plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 4. 11 plus 18 plus, okay, 11 plus 22 is 33 for his
This one doesn't
initiative.
wanna
Did
stay.
anyone beat a 33?
No.
No? Wow.
Depends. Is 17 bigger than 33? Starts with a 7, ends with a teen.
All right. White Ape, what's your initiative? Did you roll?
11 with an acumen of 3.
Okay. Koya is not going to go because everybody else is going. It's a small room. Tom, what was your initiative? Did you roll? Are you going to tell me?
5.
5.
Oh, okay. I'm not always looking at the cameras, guys. If you're giving me hand signs, which I'm guessing what that was. All right. Esri, so what'd you get?
11.
11. What was your acumen?
1 second. It is 2.
All right. And then Erda?
17.
17.
Try this with the.
All right.
butterscotch
So
and the-
Ryland's going to go first.
Oh, you got one.
And he's clearly outnumbered, outgunned, out everything. But he feels like, because he rolled an amazing initiative, he's got a chance. He's going to try one ritual, that one casting that he has done before that worked. But it was hard.
I think one of the things I
But he's
like
had some time.
so much about
He's gotten better at it.
butterscotch is that very slight saltiness to it.
Oh, but he's down 2 dice. Here's,
I like the fact that. Oh, pardon
that
me.
makes the specialization not as special. All right.
I thought we said we had gagged him.
Yeah,
I don't think we actually did at the end.
I mean, he untied himself, so he's gonna go. He's probably not gonna get it.
Probably not
He
right.
untied
Wow.
himself in
Oh,
one
wait.
round.
Yeah, it was the difficulty was 8, and he got an 8 because he wasn't well tied up to begin with. Because the person that did it was sick. He didn't do a great job untying himself because he was sick or he was injured, but it all evened out. Even if I spend, the only way I can do this is if I spend his fate point, because he is an important NPC and he has one. So I'm going to spend it, and it's probably not going to work. Oh my God, it worked. Okay. He steps into the world of ghosts. He goes,
Seriously?
he chants something in Elysian, which Tarik's character hears and understands. Did anyone else speak Elysian? I don't want to leave anybody out. Yeah, he says it in Elysian, but it's that guttural, demonic version. And then he steps into the Wraith world, which you, I think, saw him do the last time.
We did.
Yeah, when he escaped the first time. Only this time he's had a little bit of practice because it was super useful. Last time he had to do it with the help of a ghost. His difficulty was 20. That's why I had to use a fate point. He steps into the Wraith world, and that is all of his actions. Next, though, is Tarik. You know what he did
Unbelievable.
because you understand it from a scholarly level and you've seen it before.
But I can't really do anything about it, right?
I mean, it's kind of your field, but you'd have to decide how you would try to interact with. Basically, he is where ghosts normally are, which is a place you are familiar with. But you would have to activate an ability to sense or to reach across that to affect him.
Okay, so I have extra sense, which is for undead specifically. You can declare it anytime you are looking for the undead and see them with an appropriate roll. A zombie soldier in full plate is not obvious undead to everyone, but is to you. So I am assuming that this might be able to be applicable to help me cross the veil of sight into the undead.
No, that's more like if they were undead in the room, including ghosts. But he is a living creature who stepped into another beyond the veil.
Okay.
So I will give you that that probably does not apply.
I don't think I have anything that'll help me see him through the veil.
Okay.
I have seen this happen before.
You know it is a necromantic thing. Basically, think about it like this: if you're a fire mage, you can, and you've only ever made fireballs, and you see a guy whip out like a sword that he makes of fire in his hand and start wielding it. That's an ability you as a fire mage would also have. You've just never tried before.
So go to the Wraith world.
Yeah, I'll attempt not to go to the Wraith world, but to try to rip him back to the corporeal world.
Good plan.
I will say if you don't do anything to alter your sight first, you will have a higher target number because you can't directly see him.
Spend a fate point, and then spend a character point, and
You
then
do have those things. You don't. The character points you can declare anytime.
The fate points, though, I've just declared ahead of time.
I think you do, but I can double check. Dice. Wild dice, character points, 3 points. Each player character has personal moral code, blah, 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 blah. So he's for one roll. Once per game per session, a player can choose to spend a fate point, which doubles all of the character's rolls for that round. You may only spend fate points before making a roll. Furthermore, double the initial number before applying any die code penalties and bonuses. The initial number of dice.
So I don't have any character points left, but I do have a fate point. So I'll spend a fate point, and here's my idea. I have a skill called Blood Echoes, which is supposed to allow me to control the life force of another creature that I've either extracted or have on hand and want to like input into something. So what I'm thinking is, could I use that instead of trying to draw out or implant, instead to just sense something living that isn't necessarily, like, almost try to get a sense of where he is by checking his life force, since I know that he's a living creature rather than an undead or like a ghost, a spirit. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll my extra normal skill twice. There's the first one.
Okay.
And there's the, oh wait, hold on, I gotta redo this.
What's up?
I need to subtract my wound penalties. So first one.
Oh yeah.
Second one.
Oof, it's a big difference. Is your wound penalty that bad? You're not down 3 dice.
What is seriously wounded?
Severely wounded is down 2 dice. As it's wounded is down 1, severely is 2, and then in cap, if you're still awake, is 3.
Okay, then I messed up again. So 12.
I was like, everybody healed 1. There's no way you're that off. All right, 12 and 16 total.
Oh wow, yeah. So 28.
All right. You are able to locate where he is on your turn.
Okay.
You now have a direct
sense of him.
Yeah. I won't say line of sight. That's not the right word, but you can still target through this sense. You can feel his presence in the force. All right. Then next, after Erda is White Ape and then Esri.
Life energies are strong with this one.
I say, oh, he did that thing where he becomes a ghost. Can I look at Koya. Can you like undo that? I don't know.
Can you just looks around like, I think I have to see it.
Well, I can't do anything.
Koya throws salt in the air.
I tried that. It doesn't work.
No, I heard it once in an old tale.
Me too. We read the same books.
Esri, would you like to try something?
Very popular.
No, I got nothing.
All right. And then Tom, would you like to try anything?
What
Esri
the
just
heck am
starts
I gonna do with
swearing in
ghosts?
Elven.
Okay.
Just make a ghost mushroom. Just like get a little mycene pod and kill it in your own hand, and then let it go to the ghost world.
On his movement, Ryland. No, he's not going to make the physique check for running because he's down dice. Even in the spirit world, he's down dice because he's all messed up, and therefore doesn't want to just slip and fall. But he's going to walk his 5 boxes, but he can pass through solid objects. He walks out into the hall through the wall, but you sense him go through the wall. And it is now your turn, Erda.
Okay. I will move to the door to open it up just to get like a.
Right. It is it's a small room, so I'm gonna say are you feeling odd or even? Which one do you want in your favor?
Even though I should say odd because apparently odd is my number.
That's right. The door is in one boxy. You open it. You're in the hall.
Okay.
And he is now line of sight, line of sense, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. So as soon as I get a sense of where he is, I will attempt to then pull him back into the physical corporeal world by grabbing onto his life essence and trying to draw it to me.
That is a thing you could do.
This might backfire on me, but I'm going to try.
All right. Do you have any particular cool skill that applies that, or just straight mana?
Yes, I do have a skill that applies to it. It's called exsanguination. It's specifically for drawing out the life energy of somebody else.
It is.
Go for it. I'm going to use that one. And 10? Does 10 hit him?
It does. It certainly does.
And then I do half my extra normal in effect, right?
Right. Round up. So if you had 4 dice, it's 2 dice. If you have 3 dice, it's still 2 dice.
So 8.
Okay. He passes out, which make his effect go away as you pull him back into the real world, because remember, he was also messed up. Therefore, you basically, you're the only one that can see it because everybody else is in the room as you stepped out. And this line of vitae, there's this line of just red mist comes out of nowhere towards your hands, and then becomes a swirl of 2 lines of blood that come to your hands. And then as you pull it, he comes flipping forward out of nothing and falls to the ground like you were holding these 2 strings for a moment that just become loose liquid again. And you have put him over, and he can make a stamina roll to see if he absolutely goes down. Hang on, he might make his but he's still down dice. So that puts him.
But he still has a chance.
Yeah, it's not good though. Didn't make it. So he's unconscious. Yeah, he's gone. Come on.
All right, nighttime. I will turn to the doorway as I'm assuming they're just seeing me standing there with my arms out. As I'll turn to them and go, I got him.
Some blood drips from Erda's hands.
Okay.
Didn't escape me.
Great. Excellent. We got him, guys. Drinks for everyone.
I can.
Not gonna get away this time.
I say to White Ape in Terran, I can probably make stronger bindings that he'll have a more difficult time escaping from.
He needs
the
a
ropes
gag.
didn't work on him.
He needs a gag that he can't get out of. We need to. I guess. Nope. I don't know. Yeah, make stronger bindings. That sounds like a good idea. I take my rope, I put it back in my bag.
You go to the Grand Market to Harvey's Love Toys and get you a good ball gag.
Tom, can you encase him in something that he won't be able to get out of easily?
I'll try. So I'll go ahead and make the roll.
As we're out of game, you can keep making the roll till you get what you want.
Oh my god!
Unless of course you do that, in which case that's still a successful pod that you just made, and also you got slightly better at making pods.
Yeah. And like, hold on, let me take a look because I know that adds to that one
Well,
freaking.
you're at 14 instead of 20.
Oh, actually, let's see. Now I have a 6 on my sheet, so we can talk about that once we're out of the game or after the game. But I'll go ahead and spend a character point just to be safe.
Okay. Is current your character points equal to 1 times your current dice in the skill to raise it? So if you have 3 dice in the skill, is 3. You need character points equal to 3 to go up. So if you have 5, then you actually go up. Or if you have 6, you actually go up by 2 pips. If I'm reading that right.
Pips? Okay.
Yeah, that's what
well, I mean, we could do that after the game. We don't have to count those right now.
But that's what that means.
Right, so let me quickly calculate. So let's see.
18.
7, 11, 12.
So you were at 16. If you roll the character point, then you were at 14. So that puts you at 18 for your pod.
Okay. All right.
Just remember, you had 20. You just take away the highest number, which was a 6, which makes it 14.
Okay.
The math's not too complex. So if you're at 18, then it's an 18 to break out of it. He is wrapped up by the thing. And he is also very unconscious. And it's pretty close to the end of the game. Unless y'all want to decide what you're going to do with him, we could either wrap it there, or you can decide, and then we'll wrap it. Because I don't think he's going to get back up in the next 12 minutes unless y'all want to fast forward to him getting back up and doing this again.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to come up with a plan on how we're going to actually try to interrogate him, because there is a bunch of information we need to get out of him, and we need to figure out a way that's gonna do that best. And we might want to take the time while we're all together before he wakes up to kind of talk that out in character. Though
Okay.
I wonder if we need to have Koya as part of that decision or not. We could probably just.
Koya is aware of everything's happened, and if James watches the episode, he will be too.
That's true. Okay. Fair.
Right.
So then, yeah, I think we should definitely try to interrogate him, but there's a way that we're gonna have to try to interrogate him, to really get him to talk about it.
Should we try using
any ideas?
So
Or
we
Valthiers?
need to know where he's getting these notes from, who's supplying him, and then we can work our way up the chain. We can like cut him a sweet deal if he.
Hey, Esri, you can make an intellect check on some of that. That was just said.
If we knew
All
another guy who was a
Let me look at your
necromancer,
character, see if you have a skill.
we could
to
say
apply.
we have him in another room and he's ready to flip, and then we can use that to get him to talk and squeal on his friend. Like, who's gonna talk first, and then you get the sweet deal and get let
Scholar
go.
applies. You can roll Scholar.
Okay, let me do that then.
Does he have like friends that we could use that? Like, we got your skeleton that you summoned in the other room, and he's gonna spill the beans and everything.
15.
Yeah.
He was talking about
I like
where he
how you
got the notes
think.
from. This guy is a forger with a calligraphy set, and the notes are in calligraphy. You know, at the very least, he wrote them himself.
Okay. Guys, this guy's a forger and he has a calligraphy set, so he probably wrote these notes himself.
Yes, he's an
Oh.
necromancer.
You don't know where he got the info from, but the notes he made.
So we don't know if they're actually credible or not.
Well, they're notes.
Well, he's
I'm
doing actual
assuming because
magic.
the tome that we stole from him, he no longer had, so that he had to improvise by recopying his scrolls.
He
of
did that by
the-
memory? This guy is. Why is he in the terrible place for poor people if he's smart like this?
Because he's a necromancer.
Well, he wasn't before. He was a calligrapher. He could have. What happened to this dude? Why is the city so terrible?
We don't know much about his past. These are good questions to ask him when we wake him.
That's true.
What is happening to our society when our scribes are going in a straight line down the
Yes.
the intellectual necromancer web all the way down into
Our society is broken. Scribes are becoming necromancers. This is the first step towards global warming, people.
Malfrost is coming, and I'm tired of pretending he's not.
This is a concerted campaign by Big Demon to get Malfrost here.
special interests all over the place. The big demon lobby.
The Big Demon.
The big D. Then the big O.
I do feel that government gives us the big D.
Yeah.
They love the big D lobby. And
I didn't say that part.
here in the V for Vallanthia.
The D and the V, great.
Yeah. We got the big D and the V.
And with that, I feel like we can go ahead and wrap this game up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
In
will say
we got
this.
the big demons in Vallanthia. Okay.
I will say this. You do feel, all of you, a cold chill as we wrap this game up.
Why? No one said Malfrost in character.
Not that you heard.
Oh, gee. Oh, no.
Oh no, it's right.
No.
Eat Malfrost.
Malfrost,
That's a
save
bad
me.
one.
Save me,
Yeah,
Daddy Malfrost.
that's a great place to leave off.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Well,
God.
thanks for
Save me
watching,
some
everybody. If you like this video, you obviously like this video because you watched it all the way through. So hit that like button. We'll see you next Sunday for more Vallanthia. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Buddy.